The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki.
Hello, here I am. Welcome to the show. It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. Happy Thursday. I'm here still in Los Angeles, California. Brian Frangie is here in studio.
Hello.
Hey, Brian. Today we have two special guests with us. Sean O'Connor is here. Sean, have you been on the show before?
Not this one, no.
No, but like past
iterations,
things.
Yeah. But this is so
You were on-
He's been on the
exciting.
Tonight
a
Show.
serious show.
Yeah, I was on your serious show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the day the world shut down.
Really?
Yeah, like truly, I went into, it was like the day after Tom Hanks said he had COVID.
Oh my
and the day the
God.
NBA stopped.
Well, yeah, because I was in LA. And
Yeah.
oh, that's right.
Yeah, you have like documentary footage of like the last time people were normal.
I do. I did Conan. Someone just sent me a picture of my dressing room at Conan that said Nikki Glaser, and it was up there for 2 years or like maybe a year after, something like that, because it was the last show they taped there. So it's my dressing room had Nikki Glaser on the door for all, like at Team Coco
That's
for a whole
great.
year. It was so cool.
Wow.
That is
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
It's like you
He was
died
like the last
and they,
person I hugged besides my family. It's like I died. Yes. Oh my God. Didn't we all die back then a little bit? So Sean O'Connor's here. I've been friends with him since MySpace, I think is when we met.
Yeah, MySpace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2000.
You know,
I'm gonna say 6 or 7.
yeah, let's just say 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very young.
You were in my top 8, I'm sure.
Yeah,
at
no,
some point.
I think we were top 8 mutuals.
Yeah, we just found each other on MySpace, and we're just
Wow.
like mutual.
I missed
respect.
MySpace.
You did?
Yeah, I didn't have it.
Oh, well, here's someone who actually really, really missed MySpace. Who's also here, who you've heard me talk about on the show before. I'm so glad she agreed to do it. She's never. Have you done a podcast before?
No, not
Oh
this,
my God.
no.
First podcast ever, was never on MySpace, was conceived when MySpace was probably not even around.
Her parents met on
MySpace. She's my social media maven. It's Emily Licciardi?
Licciardi. Yeah, it's really Italian.
Sorry, I don't think I've ever said your last name.
No, nobody does.
Licciardi.
Yes.
Licciardi. Where are you
Hi.
from?
From Boston. Well, outside of Boston, but everyone just
Oh,
says
Boston Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rare breed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Is it a
know.
rare breed?
Well, it's kind of like the inverse of New York,
That's
where
what
like
we wouldn't
Boston
expect
is
it.
very Irish,
Yeah.
and then there's some Italian. In New York, it's Italian
Yeah.
with some
Yeah.
Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad to have you here because
Same.
I've been talking about you a lot, and you listen to the show. And
I know.
So
I
it's
was
just-
a bestie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you so
So
much.
still, but
Oh my God.
Well, now you're, I don't know. Yeah, you still can be if you're on the show.
Yeah.
I want to just talk about, you walked in today, Sean, with your daily, you drink Celsius, which I think probably a lot of besties drink. People are addicted to it.
Yeah, me, Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson, we were just talking about this. She had a clip go. Did you see it, Emily?
Yes.
Like, she's talking about how she was on set drinking Celsius because she didn't know they had caffeine in it. She just thought it was like a vitamin kind of drink. And she was drinking like 2 a day and didn't
Wow.
and she was just staying up all night and being inspired and having all these ideas and just being thrilled about life. Like, I was telling Sean, it honestly sounded like a real good pitch for drinking Celsius. I'm like, why would this girl quit?
Yeah.
Because it all sounded good.
Yeah, but then I just, I was having my morning Celsius and I looked down and it is chipping the paint.
It is decaying the paint on
Yeah.
the can, just
Yeah.
in the spot where he's sipping from. So just the Celsius pouring over into his mouth
Yeah.
is sending, you're drinking paint.
It's decomposing.
Listen, I'm gonna, I know I'm gonna die one day.
Yeah, that's good. You know that.
But imagine dying feeling incredible, like the best idea ever before you go, ugh.
What does it make you? Are you past that point of it makes you feel euphoric? It just makes you feel normal now.
Yeah, I'm normal. I mean, I'm energized. I am sweating from my teeth.
I feel that way about like I will notice my day I will be in the worst mood, and then I have a little bit of caffeine, and I am suddenly so sunny, everything's fine. It's really a sick thing that it can shift you that much. Do you guys feel that way about caffeine?
It's just a shame that drugs have negative effects on the human body. Otherwise, we should all be taking drugs constantly because life is a barrage of torture.
Yes, I agree.
Drugs are great.
We need more drugs that have less effects.
No, they are so good.
It sucks that they're bad for you.
I mean, it's like one of the worst, cruelest tricks God has ever played.
And that you can't really enjoy them in moderation. No one does.
No.
And if you do, you're not really getting the effects of it in the way that is intended. Because if you really did get the effects of it, you'd never want to stop. Like when I first drank, I always say this, but I just remember being baffled. Like, why don't we do this why doesn't everyone do this all the time? I feel amazing. I'm confident. I'm funnier. I'm more social. Suddenly I feel like I should talk.
And there was
like,
a guy in an alley like, I feel you, sister.
Yeah. I just couldn't believe we don't do it all the time. And like, so when people are just like, no, it kind of makes me feel a little sick and slow. I'm just like, oh, you don't, then you don't know how do you not have you not felt that other thing that I'm talking about?
It's kind of like, I guess like everyone is just different. Like genetically you are kind of predisposed. Like for whatever reason, when alcohol touches my tongue, no matter how much, I'm just like, here we go. I am the mayor of a party bus.
Wait, can we talk about why you had to quit drinking? You still don't drink, right? Or do you dabble?
I dabble, but I don't really do it that much. I probably have done it 3 times this year.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
To a small amount.
Okay, because when you drink to excess, because you've gone through stages where you've like totally walked away from it, right? And now you're like a dad, so it's like there's not a lot of space for you to go wild.
No, it's like a wine at dinner now.
Wow, so you don't want to keep going?
No, just because I like wine. I've discovered that wine does not taste good even when it's like expensive to me. Like I'm never doing anything for the taste.
No, there's no taste with alcohol. Anyone who thinks it tastes good is lying to themselves. Have you ever tasted juice? Just drink that. Like, or candy. Like that's ridiculous. That's why people put sugar in it, because it is bad.
Yeah. Oh, but in my 20s, like the early 20s, I would say 20 to 25, I was like, I guess you would call it an alcoholic.
Searching for the word.
Yeah, that's the word that most people would use.
But the story that I love that you told recently, and maybe you don't want to tell it, was at the SNL after party.
Oh my God, yeah. I was just... I just had the warm glow of, vodka tonic. Like, that warm hug.
That's me right now.
The worst taste you've ever had combined with the other worst taste you've ever had.
God, tonic is so fucking bad.
Yeah, I think it was just
not good.
It was just invented so
disgusting.
people who used to drink a lot would have replicate the bitterness.
Oh, it's such a good point. Yeah, like why just make so you can take the alcohol out and still feel like you're maybe doing something?
Yeah, exactly. Like we were like,
beer?
You're punishing yourself.
It's bad. Okay, so and it's packed with sugar. It's not even good, and it's packed with sugar. It tastes so bad that you think maybe it is healthy or something.
Yeah,
but it
does taste like a Christmas tree a little bit.
Yes. If you want to drink and not have calories, kettle and soda, everyone. Kettle and soda with lemon. There's no calories in it except the Kettle One. That used to be my drink. I don't encourage this because it goes down real sweet.
It does.
And real soft.
Yeah, no. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna do it, vodka soda is the way to go.
Vodka soda. I know. We all got on board with those. Like I would say 2008 or 9, 10 is when I discovered them. But before that, I was drinking just the most highly caloric, disgusting drinks.
You kind of mature out of it being like, I'm not going to just drink beer. Like, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I'm classier.
Yeah.
I want to get blackout drunk.
And then they just started making vodka sodas those are just now seltzer. Like the seltzer alcohol drinks. Okay, so.
Hard seltzers.
Thank you. So, Sean.
Yeah.
SNL After Party. Who was hosting?
It was Seth Rogen and Spoon. Mm-hmm. And I go to the after party, and I'm not supposed to be there. I didn't go to the show, but Jonah Ray was he went to the show and he's like, do you want to come to the after party? I was like, yes. So I show up. I'm already drunk and just sweaty.
You're wet.
Yeah, I'm wet. Yeah. If everyone was looking at me oh my God, did it just start pouring? So I go in, I get a $25 vodka soda, and I'm like, this is the best. Oh my God. I went into the bathroom. I saw people doing cocaine. I'm like,
sure.
This is
SNL.
Yeah, this is my dream.
Baby, yeah.
Dream. I see Keenan dancing, and then then I see in the distance Lorne Michaels sitting there, and I'm talking to Jonah Ray, and I'm like, I'm gonna go Dr. Lori's like, don't do that. So I just, I slide over because I'm just so wet. I'm a slimer.
Someone just gently pushes you, and you just slide.
And I
Past Keenan.
I approach him at his table, and I'm like, I just want to let you know.
Oh God!
You changed my life, and he's like, just like staring at me
because he's protected from any of that bullshit.
Yes.
Like you would think he gets it all the time, but no, I'm thinking he's very well protected from it.
Yes, well protected.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's in like a booth in the corner, and then like Jonah Ray basically like Apollo Sandman me.
God, it's so humiliating.
It is,
but it took you years after that to actually quit.
Yeah, exactly. That was not rock bottom. I was at an SNL after party. That's a peak.
But yeah, the Celsius. Now you're on this track.
Oh, I love addictions.
I do too. Just switch them up, baby. Just go from one to the next. Have you tried to quit Celsius yet? And how many are you up to a day?
I'm now at one a week. I'm allowing myself one a week.
Way.
Yes.
This is your one a week?
Yes, my one a week. I have to relax.
Oh my God, good for you.
Do you get jittery?
Oh yeah. No, and sometimes you feel like your heart's like bat wings.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Oh my God,
That's not good.
Holy shit. Okay, so one a week. That's great that you're going down to that. So what is going in place of that?
Oh, just Diet Coke. Like 3
Cigarettes.
Starbucks a day.
Yeah. It's crazy how caffeine does make you feel so good. It's such a good drug.
I mean, according to the Celsius can, the caffeine comes from green tea and guarana seed, which seems like better for you than Coke.
It does, but like if you look at the daily percentages, biotin is 1,000%.
It should not be possible to ingest in one can 1,000% of anything.
Of anything. That's never mind the thing that makes your nails and hair grow.
Thank God you're getting that biotin in today.
Yeah, Celsius is gonna
10 days worth.
Well, it's one a week.
Yeah, if you dig me up when I'm in my grave, my nails and hair are gonna be luxurious.
Oh my God. Well, thank God it's vegan. I see that on the side. That there's like a little heart with like an animal's face.
They managed not to put any meat in that can.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, they definitely make you feel alive, but like just tense and jittery. And I mean, it's like it's as close to Adderall as you can drink. I would guess.
Did you ever believe in like ghosts as a kid? Like when you were in the like.
Wait, you told me once that because I was like, I just drank one because you're on the road with me sometimes, and so I've added Celsius to the rider. And one day he wasn't on the road, so I go, I drank your Celsius. And what did you say to me? You go, tonight you're going to be visited by many ghosts.
By many ghosts. For some reason, when I try to go to sleep, every noise is amplified.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're in fight or flight.
Yeah, no, but like just the Ebenezer Scrooge.
I drank your Celsius and now I want to run a marathon and do my taxes. I said, this shit is no joke. You go, oh yeah, seriously, turn off all your lights tonight. Makes me feel like Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm visited by ghosts. Oh, wow. Well, it says the flavor you're drinking is Oasis Vibe. And we were just talking about the word vibe. As we talk about a lot of different words that, vibe has been one that's been around forever and it's not going away and it is slang. But do you count that as Gen Z's slang? Do you say vibe ever? Or is that kind of like...
Yeah. Or I would say vibes, like with an S.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you were like, oh, we're going to go here for dinner, I would say vibes.
Vibes. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to go over some
You guys
of
love eliminating sentence structure from...
Yeah.
You just do the one word, the key word.
Okay.
I do use one. Or I've noticed too with Nikki, like I'll send 10 texts of one word. You know what I mean? Like you guys will send a paragraph and then I'll send like, LOL. Okay, what are you doing now? Like a lot
I got
of
it.
text,
Yes,
you know?
yes. I don't mind that.
Like short attention span. So I like have to get all my thoughts out separately.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm just going to read some things that Emily and I have texted just to get a sense of like how she talks. She's so good. But this was a funny moment the other day because we actually were on the road recently. We were talking about how you went to Montessori schools.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And how Montessori, like... First of all, you're so smart. So anytime I'm ever commenting like, you don't know this thing, like just know that I know you're smart.
I threw it back at you.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
did.
fine.
Yeah, we were great on this. But she went to Montessori schools, and in Montessori schools they are like adamant about learning maps. Like she knows where every country is on a map, whereas I think in our educations, I don't know anything on a map.
It's kind of America in your state. Like, that's all you kind of learn about.
It's totally America in your state, and maybe the bordering states if you didn't miss that day because you had a sinus infection or something, or your tummy hurt. Like, you maybe know this, but I don't even know if I could label all the U.S. states accurately. Like, I wouldn't bank a lot of money on it because I would get screwed up around New Hampshire. New Hampshire, I might not know where it is, but you might because you're from New York and there's bordering.
Well, I know all the states and all the countries. I just made an effort to learn that, even though I didn't go to Montessori school. I can name all 270 countries.
Of course you can.
Wow.
So when did you make this effort?
I would say over COVID is when it really started to happen. Yeah.
And did you just sit down one day with a?
Oh, you know what? It was actually when I was bored at work. I would do it.
Okay.
There's a website called Jetpunk that has all these quizzes, and one of the quizzes is name all the countries in the world based on the world map.
Oh.
Yeah, and I would just like try to get it, and you have to do it within like 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's fun.
you don't.
Because I did this at
did
7.
it.
Like 7, 8 years old is when you start coloring.
Well, you're
She
probably
knows
going to be a
everything.
savant at it.
So I said over the weekend, like we were talking about like who are our biggest celebrities that we'd want to meet, because yesterday on the podcast I talked about the celebrity that was coming to my show, and when I told Emily about it, she played the 20 questions game to get it that I was talking about. I did on Girls Chat too. And that was a fucking nightmare playing 20 questions on Girls Chat. I got into it yesterday, but they don't know the difference between a yes and no question. They just started guessing names. They were having no fun with it. They were just guessing names. I'm like, this
so
isn't,
much
I know
fun.
that's a yes or no question, but that's not a fun yes or no question to just be like, But then you guessed it within 5 questions,
5
which is
questions, I got
literally
it.
insane because
Wow.
we did it on his app. He has like an AI app that's like tries to guess people, and it always gets
It
everything
doesn't
right.
claim
and
AI.
Well,
I wish it was, so
Don't you
because
think
that
it
was such an
uses-
embarrassment. Have you ever heard of the Akinator?
Oh
No.
my God, my son's obsessed with the Aiken.
It's great for children.
well, it didn't guess this person. Anyway,
No.
you guessed it within 5
Surprising.
guesses.
Because I did
Really
it by
surprising.
you, like knowing you.
You what?
Like I did it based off like knowing you.
Oh, you took context
Yes,
clues outside
yes.
of the 20 questions.
No, but I said to you, I didn't. I said, guess who?
I just had a really strong first question, honestly.
What was the first question?
Well, I can't
I don't
say.
think I
I
can
can't
say
say
it.
because I don't. But I will just play this video that she sent me. Noah, can I just play it into this? I did send it to you. Do you want to play it through yours?
I have it. I can actually play it right
This is
now.
cool. Because okay, so I said so she guessed it right, and first of all, her reaction was no fucking way. Shut the fuck up. How? Nikki, what? These are all separate and they're all in caps.
All the letters are separate.
Did she text you? Hello? She goes, no, I am not okay. Not okay. And then she sends this video.
No, I'm not being dramatic. This is a tear. Like literally tear. A tear.
I did cry.
That's so cute.
I was so excited.
But then I was like, we were talking about how, and you sent your heart rate
Oh my
that
gosh,
had to
my
like,
heart rate, yep.
it went up and then it went down. Your aura. Do you have an aura ring?
Yeah, I have an aura ring. But I showed you, like, it literally, I was in bed. Like, it was, because we're like 3-hour difference when I'm home in Boston
Yeah.
versus here. And it shot up. It was like one, because I was so excited.
Because
This
of
is the cool
Kathy Lee
person.
Gifford?
You got it.
So she, and then we were somehow, I said something about like the celebrity who when this person reaches out, I think I'll be able to quit. Like I was like, if Jennifer Aniston ever wants to like be friends with me, I probably will just drop out of comedy and the business because it just feels like that's like would
You've
be
done it.
my Everest.
Yeah.
And she goes, okay, well, blank is my Everest for you, like this other person. And she said, so we're on to Kilimanjaro. And then she goes, wait. And then you put it in disappearing. I don't even know what this
invisible
is.
ink.
Invisible
That's
ink,
another
where you have to
Gen
like
Z
press
thing.
on
Yeah,
the text
like, you
to
have to, like,
expose
erase
it,
it.
like a scratcher's ticket. It's
That's
very
fun.
fun. And she goes, "Is that the bigger?" I have zero clue. So she didn't know that Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. And so I go, Everest is the biggest. I said, Montessori screwed you on that one. It's in Nepal. And I go, which I'm sure you can find on a map, which I cannot. So in that way, she went. And she goes, oh, good, not even the right. And I said, I would point to Peru. And she goes, oh, good, not even the right continent. I know I would not point to Peru, but I would probably have pointed to Pakistan.
Yeah. It's in Nepal.
Yeah.
I think I know the general area.
You didn't know Everest was in Nepal?
Wait, yes, I did. But I guess I didn't just hear. You said just Nepal just now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How do you do invisible ink?
You press on the text.
Yeah. The arrow up, right?
You got all your effects. Yeah, you like hold down on the blue thing. Like, you just quickly send it. And then you hit invisible ink. It's great.
You have to send it first and then hit
No,
invisible?
so like before you send it. Like
What
if
is
I'm
the
typing
text?
like hello and then I press on that blue.
I
and then
didn't. Whoa,
makes me do,
that's a
I
whole
can do
new menu.
slam, loud, gentle, or invisible.
Slam is fun.
I had no idea
Slam
that
the one
menu
that goes
exists. Man.
What does loud do?
No, that's loud. Or
is that-
slam is just one that like takes the whole screen and.
What's the one where it
Wow.
pops up? Because I love
That's loud.
doing that about.
That's loud.
I do that about the
Man.
dumbest
Funny.
And then you
stuff.
can slide over. You slide over, and then it's screen effects. You can get like lasers, fireworks, confetti.
Yes,
Did you know
I know
that?
about
No.
those. If you say congratulations, it automatically
Oh, I
does
hate
fireworks.
when it does that.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Fireworks
'Cause
suck.
sometimes it's just a. Yeah, and I'm anti-fireworks,
Yeah.
as I've established. I want only drones from now on.
Yeah, pure drone shows.
Protect animals. But okay, so is invisible ink the one that is? You send that one a lot to me. The others, you're not using slam or you're not.
No,
using
I don't use
loud.
anything. Invisible ink just adds like spice to a text.
It's fun. It's a little
Like
game.
it's not like I'm like
Spice.
talking shit about someone.
It totally adds spice.
Like it adds spice. So it's like I'll send it to be like, this is funnier. If I just sent it without invisible ink, it wouldn't have been as funny.
yeah, you're right. You're
My
right.
Gen Z coworker uses it exclusively for talking shit.
Oh,
so
okay.
Well, people I think
Yeah.
think that, and then someone can still screenshot it. I'm like, what are you?
Yeah, it's not like it goes. It's not like.
But it's just
away.
fun. I think it's
just
a
fun.
fun
Yeah.
way to scratch off, and you're like, oh my god, you were talking about Hoda Kotb. All my references are to the Today Show.
6th hour.
NBC.
Oh my god.
So what happens if you send invisible ink to an Android user?
No, I can't with an Android phone.
I mean, I don't know. I think
Their phone dies?
they, maybe. Well, let's try it.
Does anyone have an Android?
I don't know anyone with one. I got them all out of my life.
It's Androids are very more popular than you'd think.
They really are because they're good.
Galaxy
they're
Note.
Good.
Their cameras,
Cameras.
their cameras are like significantly better.
Whenever I
Yeah.
do meet and greets and someone has an Android phone,
Yep.
the picture is always better.
Yeah.
But they're more annoying to use. And I'm sorry, but it's just like when you ruin a group chat with your green bubble, it sucks, man. I don't know why.
I'm in a group chat with an Android boy, and it sucks. It
brings
sucks.
it
It makes
everyone
everything
down.
like it's like, oh, blank laughed at an
I
image.
couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
hate when it describes
Why
that.
can't
because
they
I
have-
I was in
use
one and
haha
my text ran out. I had to pay for my texts.
Wait, what
I had to
happened?
start paying for texts.
With Android?
With a group chat with someone who did not have an iPhone, I'm assuming they had an Android.
No.
But that's, it's a good point that Anya was, because I was like bullying Matt about it, my tour manager, because, in a funny way.
Yeah.
That led him to eventually get an iPhone. But I was just like, and she goes, it really sucks that like, they're
Yeah, it's a
making us all
monopoly.
think
Yeah.
that you're lesser than
We're
if you don't
doing
have
the Lord's
Apple.
work for them. We're capitalist shills.
Yeah.
And we're trying to force everyone into this monopoly when really Apple needs to universalize its programming language with all the other text companies so that everyone's phone is equal.
Yeah, you're so
That should be a law.
You're right. You're
right.
right. But it is fun to make fun of your Android friends. Like to the point where our one Android boy, one of our people on the group chat is Mike Scollins, who's like a writer at Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
He inserted our friend's name into like a rant about Android
Oh my
about how
God.
much he's ruining it.
That's
and
so
it's
funny.
so funny. Like it's great. They just kept calling him out. And it became a runner for the entire episode
Wow.
because he's ruining our group chat.
Well, I remember getting an iPhone for the first time, and I probably got on board with the 3 or something, like fairly early, but it was like a transition to learn the new phone, and you feel like I'm going to be so left out. I don't know how to catch up, but we just adapt so quickly to things. You
Yeah.
don't even know. Like, I've really learned that with these fucking long nails. Like, my life, I've just adapted to being someone who 3 days ago couldn't do anything, and now I'm just changed the way like you learn so quickly how to move differently, and learn these, and especially if you're a younger person. So just get an iPhone, join the club. My screen is shattered, and I don't think I'm gonna replace it. Like, I don't care. It doesn't bother me that much.
It's okay.
That's
But
very
I
on
used
brand.
to really. I know.
You love just smashing things up
Just
and leaving them
roll
there.
with it. I know. It makes me that makes me
dramatic.
feel like white trash to have a cracked screen. But the thing is, the truth of it, I don't want to be away from my phone.
You're
for
a
the time
busy
it takes to get
businesswoman.
fixed.
Like
Yeah.
the idea of
What am I gonna do?
It's like putting your
while I
car in
wait?
the shop.
Yeah, giving it to just some guy at the mall, like
They
for
could
2
hack you. They
hours.
could take your photos.
Oh,
I don't mind
Oh
that.
my
I'm not
God.
really protective over that.
They could
stuff.
take your text. They could reveal who this person is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And they could sell it to TMZ for $40,000.
Oh my God.
gosh.
Yeah.
See, I never think about that. I just really don't want to be away from my
Well,
phone
they
for an
they
hour.
ship it to you because I crack my screen every month, and
Every
I just
once
get
a
it
month.
like AT&T just sends me a new one, then I send this back once I get the new one.
What? You must have the really good plan. I mean, I probably have that too.
Probably.
I
Get an
just
OtterBox.
I do not
never
have my own
looked
phone
into
plan
it. An
yet, but-
OtterBox, no.
What? No.
It's too big, too
Amazing.
bulky.
Oh my gosh, no.
See, it looks like a Lego.
here's the thing. I have this one, which is pretty heavy
that's-
duty, and I have just slices on my phone because I fall asleep
yeah.
looking at my phone, and then I think I just throw it in the middle of the night.
Do you wake up with it across the room
It's like
and stuff?
truly like at my feet sometimes. It's
Wow.
like
Wow.
yeah,
The
it's-
ghosts.
Yeah,
You see a
Oh my
ghost.
God.
I'm like,
Wow.
yeah. I'm
Well,
not well.
I wanted to go over some Gen Z slang and see if you're actually using this. I mean, I know every podcast has already done that. This is like such a classic thing to go be like, what do these words mean and how do we use them?
But I like the take of, are you actually using this?
Yes.
That's a good angle, I think.
Because I feel like most of these lists are compiled by parents of Gen Zers.
yeah.
Yeah.
On fleek. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these I'm just like, do you really need to include? Like, it'll be like there'll be vibe on this,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
BDE.
Oh my
Like, where
God.
it's like we know what that
Yeah.
is,
We're
and
so
they're
far
not
past
using
it.
that.
But I
Yeah.
feel like there's also like I just turned 26, so yeah, I keep thinking I'm 25.
Wow, you
Yeah.
can rent a
Yep,
car.
last week, Labor
Yeah.
Day.
Oh my God, it was your birthday last week. I fucking missed it. I'm such a
Hey.
piece
Oh,
of
it's fine.
shit.
I'm like not a birthday girl. Like I'm not.
You
so-
aren't?
No, like I love celebrating others, but I don't really.
That doesn't track. Because I always say, if you want to know who to send a birthday gift to or to celebrate the birthday, whoever celebrates yours, you got like
yeah.
if you want to know who cares about their birthday being acknowledged, check on the person who always acknowledges yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
Skip
yeah.
anyone who skips yours. But if they
Yeah.
care about yours, you got to care about them because they are a birthday girly. How
Yeah.
you are a birthday girly? Did you do
I
anything
celebrate-
special?
No,
Did you get anything special?
I got this bracelet,
Oh, look
okay.
at that.
Where's that from? Oh,
Dior.
whoa.
It's got charms.
Oh my God! How much are we talking for this? $9.95.
No, probably like 6.
6. Okay.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Don't walk
Got
around with
that.
that in Venice.
Yeah. Don't.
I got.
No kidding.
Yeah, just like that, really. If I'm the type of girl, if I like want something, I just buy it for myself.
I know.
Wow.
Yes.
You know-
Yeah, I agree.
Bentley.
But I do think
Not
you have
that.
big birthday energy. Like
Oh,
I will.
big.
Yes.
I love celebrating
Yeah.
other people. Like I love to make other people feel like on top of the. Because I think it's good to lift people up like that.
You're a 2.
But you don't want it for yourself?
No, I get very like kind of shy and anxious.
Noah's
when
like that.
attention's on me.
I'm the same.
Noah didn't want like when she
Yeah.
was getting married, she was very uncomfortable with the idea of like having everyone look at her.
you.
Like, are you the same way?
Yes, like I could not be you. Like I love being behind the scenes and like a part of it, but I could never be it.
Right. I hate birthdays because I'm like, I didn't do anything to
Oh,
earn
didn't
this,
earn
and
this.
I only want to be celebrated for something I've done.
Same.
And
I'm the
even
same.
then, I'm
False
like, I didn't
praise.
really do this. I was just born with this brain. I'm lucky. Like I dismiss it all. So it's very weird. Okay, so let's go over some Gen Z terms, shall we?
Yeah.
And Gen Z
right.
is almost like old now. What's
Yeah,
the
you
next
got-
one?
I was
Alpha
gonna
is
say, like,
coming
I
out.
feel like
It's
now
too
there's
old.
words that people are using that are younger than me. That
Yeah.
are like 13,
Alphas.
14, and I'm like, what?
Ohio.
What?
Oh.
No, that's
I
old.
know something you don't.
That's over.
No, it's not.
Over.
Ohio is the new thing that Gen Alpha is saying
Alpha.
to describe something that is lame is your Ohio. Isn't that
Yeah.
so
Good.
That's
funny?
great. That's
really
hilarious.
good.
It's real, you guys. Okay.
Yeah, Alpha's the new cool kids. You're over.
Yeah,
You're
I
old
know.
news. 26.
Because I remember when millennials.
I mean,
I used to feel so cool because I was a millennial, and now everyone ages. You guys,
No, but I do like
We're
hearing
as
about
lame
millennials.
as Gen X.
we all become the joke.
yeah,
No.
we're all the
No,
joke.
but you
Yeah,
guys had cool stuff. Like I just learned about like TRL a couple months ago. Like, I
Oh
would
my
have
God,
loved
get out of
that.
here.
TRL was amazing.
See, I would have loved it, and I know I would
Yeah.
have.
You
we
are
don't have that.
actively voting
Stand outside
for
Times Square with a sign.
Yes, and
Like, you got to choose. You
Yes. Yes.
like I remember like me and my shithead friends all voting for Tom Green's "The Bum Bum" song.
Yeah.
Just because it's like it's gotta be Backstreet Boys.
Remember the VJ search? That was my favorite because it was like you could become a famous person. You're a normal person, and you could become a famous person just by going to audition. So they would search for a VJ, and they would go
Stop, I
They
love
would go
this
from
already.
town to town. It was like American Idol, but they were searching for a VJ, which is like just one of the commentators on MTV that would like
Okay.
introduce videos. Video jockey for like DJ, like disc jockey is
Had no idea that's
video
what that
jockey.
meant.
Yeah.
So they called VJs in MTV. So this is
Okay.
like old school lingo. And remember
TV is television.
Dave Holmes.
Dave Holmes, he's just a sweet
He
guy.
got second place.
Second place. He
to
was
Jesse Camp.
Yeah,
Jesse
Jesse Camp was my favorite, though. I really wanted
Yes.
Jesse to win, even though Dave has stayed around.
He was so smart. Like
Dave is so smart.
Like if
such
it
a good
was
writer.
a meritocracy, like he would have won.
Absolutely, but Jesse was wild and gangly and just a party animal and was just.
Oh my gosh! Wait, so they only picked one?
Yeah, so you would pick one, and in that year, it would be like every year it was the search for a VJ, and it was a huge event. I mean, for me at least.
Oh, it was gigantic.
Because
And
I was like, I could be famous.
I wanted Jesse Camp so bad because Dave Holmes is like so smart and he was like really talented and like well put together. But Jesse Camp, he was kind of like if you found like a cigarette on the street and gave him life.
And poured Celsius over it. Put it under a black light and grew it to a person. Yeah, he was wild, and he's missing. I mean, like I don't know where he is.
I think every 5 years somebody finds him on TikTok and he's like
right.
mostly like walking up to people at a Del Taco.
But Dave Holmes is like still around, still an author, still doing incredible things. He's a host. He has a podcast. Dave Holmes. He has a podcast where he is going over like great moments in MTV history or something like
Oh,
that.
that's
He was
interesting.
just on Chris's podcast talking about it. He's amazing. He's from St. Louis. I love him so much.
I love him so much.
So much. He's so smart.
I got really into this movie and I like posted on Twitter and then he like DM'd me. He's like, that was my favorite movie as a kid. Nobody's
Which
ever
movie?
It's called Starstruck. It's like an Australian musical.
Oh, no, I was thinking-
If you knew what this,
I've seen the
This is
Disney.
like so obscure.
The Disney original Starstruck.
okay, that's so cool. Dave Holmes DM'd you.
Yeah, he's like, we should talk about this more. Like, we should get a drink. Like, he was like, I was like, oh my God.
I saw him at Walgreens once when I was like on Christmas vacation coming home, and because he's from St. Louis and he was at my local Walgreens, and I was just like about to collapse because I was behind him and like couldn't breathe because he was so famous, and he was at my Walgreens in DePere, Missouri. It was wild. He's so cool.
It makes no sense when you see a famous person in your hometown.
No, it doesn't. And that's why when people see me and they don't know I live in St. Louis and they'll recognize me, and they're always like, sometimes they're just so fine about, they're just like, oh, you were great on the roast. And I'm like, and I go, they'll be like, what are you doing in town? Like, they're so casual. I go, I live here. And I'm like, wait, how did you not know I lived here when you were so casual about seeing me at TJ
Yeah.
Maxx in Brentwood? Like,
Yeah.
how are you not like, what the fuck are you doing here? They're just like, what are you doing?
This should be a bigger moment for you.
I mean, I always just put myself in their shoes of like, if I saw someone that I didn't know lived in my town in a small suburb of my town, I would freak out.
I saw Barack at Wendy's today. Isn't that interesting?
Like, people are just so cool.
I guess I'm famous.
People are
like,
over
so
it.
important.
So
to me.
so
very-
important to me.
Like, because I remember being 13 and like meeting Kevin Smith but it was in his comic book store he owned. Like, and I still was like almost crying. Like,
So because you know what's cool about it? I know that someone wrote to me recently, shout out to my friend Amy, and she was like, she goes, she was like, I almost think famous people care about famous people more than anyone does.
Yeah.
And you guys keep your own bullshit going. She didn't say bullshit because she was trying to be nice, but she was like, no one else cares about famous people as much as you famous people talking about famous people. And I will agree. Like, that's why we end up doing this, is because we're attracted to the
glitz.
The glitz and the glamour. And but let me just say, it's not like an empty pursuit. It's very cool to see someone that everyone in the world knows. It makes you feel connected to everyone on the planet. When I'm about to interview someone who's one of the top 3 famous people in the world, that if you go to a tribe in Africa and they would recognize this person's name, that is interesting to me, that I know that person or that I've seen that person.
Al
that,
Roker.
It makes me feel...
Thank you.
That's so funny. It makes you feel connected to the world because how often do you see someone that everyone knows? For some reason, I think that's why fame is interesting to me, is that it connects us all in some way.
Can I say something about VJs? When I was 12 years old, a VJ said something on MTV that just like for some reason impacted me, and I remember it to this day.
Yeah, please. I love these moments.
It was at Spring Break, MTV VJ Spring Break or whatever, and the VJ said, "A hard body is always in style."
Oh,
and
my
that just
God.
like got ingrained into my brain. I was like 12 and I was like, is that true?
Wow, these moments.
Yeah.
A hard body is always in style. And even to this day, you think about that and it does.
She was so cool, whoever that VJ was.
Does it sometimes propel you to do that extra rep, like that moment? Like, do you think it's like...
I think so. I think it really impacted me. It like went into my like reptilian brain, and it emerges every couple of weeks.
I'm trying to think of moments like that impacted me too, and I think my aunt telling me that you'll never get a date if you eat like that.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Wow. Yeah.
And I remember being like, I don't want one. Like, I remember wanting to keep eating like that because I hated boys and I didn't want a date. But now it will sometimes affect me when I think about when I catch myself eating like that. It will echo through my head. But like cultural moments like that, I do.
Because she was so cool and so much cooler than I could ever imagine being. And then she said that. And at the time, actually, now that I think about it, when I was in middle school, I was a pretty chubby kid. And the summer from middle school to high school, I started working out, and I became a skinny kid. And I actually, in my high school yearbook, got most changed since middle school. And I wonder if it's because that VJ said that.
Honestly, I'm trying.
could be.
I've been spending like the last 2 minutes thinking of what VJ it is. I feel like it's
Ananda
Lewis. I feel like
I was Ananda Lewis.
Ananda Lewis.
I have her in my head. Let me look up Ananda Lewis.
She was black.
Yeah, she's
maybe
so
mixed.
Beautiful. Like,
Yeah, I think-
Gorgeous.
Ananda Lewis.
Like, as a boy, I was just so obsessed with Ananda Lewis.
Yep,
and-
that's her.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew it. She's definitely, she respects a hard body.
Wow.
Yes.
It will never not be in style to have a hard body. I remember, one that stands out to me just thinking about it is Clueless, where Cher says, I want to be 5'10", just like Cindy Crawford. And she won't drink coffee because it stunts your growth. And I want to be 5'10", like Cindy Crawford. And I always was like, and because I'm 5'9", I always feel like, I just want to. And when I meet girls who are 5'10", I'm like Cindy Crawford. And they're like, what? And I go, Clueless. And they go, I don't know what you're talking
That
about.
stuck in my head, the 5'10", only because like I was on Wikipedia this week, and like I saw that like the girl from Bottoms, Havana Rose Liu got cast, and I clicked on her Wikipedia, and she's a model, and then I was like, it said she was 5'4.5". I'm like, she's not a model. Like, it immediately clicked in my head.
Anyone can be a model though now.
These
I
days.
think you could just say you're a model.
Even
Yeah.
if you're ugly.
Yeah, listen, I'm woke. Anyone could be a model.
Even if you're disgusting. Even if you're a terrorist.
Okay. Oh, we have to go to break, and we'll be back with Gen Z terms after this.
Break.
Okay, Noah.
Okay.
Hit it.
All right. Have you heard of the term bussin'?
Yeah, I've heard of bussin'.
Bussin'?
Do you know what bussin' is?
Of course.
Wait, I think I want to guess what bussin'
Yeah, I'm
is.
gonna guess too
I
because
feel
I
like
don't
you
know.
need to use it in a sentence too. Like I need to
Bussin',
hear.
is that the equivalent of like hustling? Like you're really pushing hard and working hard?
Bussin'. I think it means like beat up.
I think it means bustin'. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like coming?
Yeah.
Oh my.
No, I don't think it's that.
Okay.
No.
That reaction proves that I was wrong.
You were
No.
bussin'. Like. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so bussin' is like, I feel like really good. Like that's bussin'.
Okay.
Like,
Yep.
Why
she's
is
right.
it that?
of course
for
I'm
Emily.
right. This
What does
is-
it come from?
People
Okay,
who ride
I don't know
buses
the
are generally
derivative
not
of
feeling
any of
good.
these words,
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of what that would, because I'm seated makes sense. It's like, oh, I have to sit down and prepare myself for this information. Like that tracks, but bussin', I'm just like, where could that have?
No,
it has
I
a
don't know.
Portuguese origin, right?
That's the origin, yes. No, I don't know. It just-
Busiani, which means
yeah. No, bussin' just means like that's really good. Like people would be like bussin', especially in regards to food. Like food is bussin'.
oh,
Like,
because it's being bussed to your
bussin'?
table like a busboy.
That seems.
But it's good.
That's
It's
fun. It's good. It means it's
So it's
really
like,
good.
these buffalo
this
wings
meal was
are
bussin'.
bussin'.
Or like you could just comment again. What we were talking about
Okay.
earlier. Bussin'.
By the time you
period.
finish
Just
explaining
that.
this, it's going to be
Do
old
you say
news.
bussin' period, or do you just write bussin'?
No, and that's
literal
what's funny
period?
because Nikki, you're on your podcast. You were like, Emily said period, and she didn't mean to, but I did.
Oh, got it. So, because sometimes I will say period when I'm dictating, and it will write period.
Yes, all my friends text me. They're like, does she know you meant to say?
Yeah.
No, I do know that now. Like I think that I fucked up that day, but I do know when you write period that you're saying period.
Period's
now
fine.
I do
Period
know that.
period is like the word for an exclamation point.
Yes.
Like if exclamation point, like that'd be like, it's just
That
emphasizing.
literally makes no fucking sense.
No, it
Is it
does.
period T? Is that,
Nope. No.
What is
we've,
that?
We've cut the last letter.
Okay.
It's period with a period.
Okay.
Yes, I love it. I love period.
Yeah.
I've
if
never
she's
used
like,
it.
see
I'm
you in
starting to
5.
use it.
What if you're dictating? I got my period. ...
Period.
Period. Like period. Like so you're trying to dictate that. I got my period.
Dictate.
Like dictating. Like
You don't
you're talking,
dictate?
Like you're talking on your phone. Like
You
hey,
know
I'll be there in
bussin',
a
but you don't know
second.
dictate.
I've never once done that.
Well, you got to start because
You gotta remember that Gen Z, their Mavis Beacon was on a phone. Like,
No, I like.
You've never dictated?
I did not know what
With
that meant. If
those
I'm being
nails?
honest.
Listen, girl. Wait, you've never done this of like, wait.
what about if you're driving and you want to send a text?
I voice memo.
No, what? You've never
Oh,
gone,
the
hey,
voice
I'll be there
memos.
in a
I don't
second,
like the
period.
voice.
See, that's what I thought you did because it says it will do a period, and sometimes it will just write the word period when
Yeah.
you meant to say.
Try your
I
period
have not
sentence.
done that.
Oh,
if
yeah.
I'm driving, I will literally like hit the voice memo thing, and I will just start
Talking.
So if I want to do an ellipses, can I say period, period, period? Like,
Well, let's find
Oh
out.
my god.
okay. I just got my period, 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 period. 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 Okay, no, it just spelled out and did not. It only. I just got my period. Period, and then period. Period. Like the word period, then the symbol period, then the word period, and then the symbol period.
Wow, lots of
but I don't
sentences.
You dictate?
I dictate probably 80% of my
and I
text.
actually have something to say about that because I feel like millennials, it's so hard to read your tone through text.
Oh, shit.
And I
What? No,
half
we're
the
good
time
at that.
I'll text and be like, "Are they mad at me? Like, did I
What?
do something?"
Okay,
What do we have
need to
to
talk
do
about
Nikki
that.
does
now?
it a lot, and now that I know her,
no.
no, at first I didn't, but now that I've like been with her a lot and like gotten close with her, I understand.
But
it.
I get that a lot where people will just, even in like me talking, people think I'm being, I will not understand my tone. And I'm almost
Yeah.
never like if I'm pissed, I'm doing it so passive aggressively that you'll be like, it won't ever be obvious.
But like, you know,
what I mean?
thanks versus thanks girl are very different.
yeah.
Thanks, period.
But I try to do thanks exclamation
Yeah.
mark.
You do,
a
but that's what I'm
lot.
saying. So if you don't, or like if someone says okay, period, might as well just go fuck yourself. Because
right,
that is
yeah.
like,
yeah.
But I've
if
learned
she's
from
not
you,
doing that.
and I did this on Girls Chat recently because I said something that like it seemed like I was being bitchy in my tone, and the girls listen to the podcast, so they know that if you extend one of the words, you can say anything. You can be like, I hate your haircut, and if you just write t, it's like nice.
Yeah.
To be like, to say that, or like, I don't want to be friends anymore, and then it is not mean, even though you're saying something mean. Like if you extend it, right? Like doesn't that mean if I go thanks with a bunch of S's, I don't need to put an exclamation mark. That would make it fun.
versus LOL are very different.
Yes, absolutely.
But in real life, if you
Yes,
add a bunch of
yes.
S's to thanks, it's like a devil.
Yeah.
Well, so I do it, but it's like, yeah.
You're
right.
right.
You were just
Yeah,
reading
you're.
it.
Thanks.
I feel like I feel you're making me feel so young because I am just so
You're
young
welcome.
because I take offense to every text I get.
Really?
Oh,
I overanalyze
Yeah.
text like no tomorrow. I will look at something and reread the conversation and go,
I am
yourselves off the hook.
I am a permanent victim Everyone's talking down to me.
No, like the worst thing is, and I do it. Like I have my read receipts. Do you guys do that? Is that not a millennial thing?
I don't like read receipts. Sometimes they're like accidentally clicked on for me, and when I realize someone's been like, victim of my read receipts, I feel like it's just. I don't like.
See, I have mine on.
info.
I'm anxious. Like I always have to reply to people in 3 seconds, and if I don't, like call 911, I'm probably not okay. Like I reply in seconds.
You do. You always do. I know.
Too. I'm so.
But you guys, I understand it's part of your job to do that. But like, I will not be mad if you don't get back to my text in like plus 24 hours.
You won't,
like,
but I will.
Don't like. I understand that, but like. And also, you're both so nice. No one's ever mad at you. And if they are,
nope, she's not.
Listen, people can be mad at Brian. He
piece
honestly,
of shit.
He's someone that I could see people like maybe being like, I didn't like your tone, like getting into a thing with. You both are such fucking people pleasers, and in an amazing way. But literally, I can't imagine anyone ever being mad at either of you who you care about being mad at. Anyone who you're like, are they mad at me? They aren't. I assure you. Because you both are so nice. And I don't say this for everyone, but 100% you two. Even Noah, I would say maybe someone could be mad at her. Like she could be a ball buster sometimes. She speaks her mind. You two are fucking like you're just people pleasers, which is I am one too to a degree, but not like
a 2 and a 9.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, interesting. Enneagram.
9 out of 10?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, absolutely.
But
I have a text thread with my friend where our whole text thread, because we're on a bunch of group chats, is us telling no one's mad at us. No one's thinking about us. We just talk about how they hate us.
Oh my God. Yes. I just can't even. It's so funny because this reminds me of me too. Like all the guys that were worried that they had done something wrong to women were the ones that like right after Me Too happened. And you're like, as a girl, Noah, you know this too, and maybe you were a little too young for it when it like broke in 2018. Like every guy in your life was suddenly like kind of like, what did I do wrong? And each of the guys that worried maybe about doing something, there's no chance they ever did anything. So it's like, it's almost a sign that if you are worried people are mad at you, I just want to let besties know if that's something that plagues you, you're probably a person where no one's ever mad at you, except maybe your wife or like someone who you like has a reason, or your dad, like your siblings who you might have an attitude with.
I remember when like Hitler went to his compatriots and was like, do you guys think people are mad at me?
Exactly. No, that guy does not worry about someone like that.
Yeah.
And not that we're more like I can understand someone thinking, and by the way, I'm never gonna be mad at you two.
No, I know.
Or
I feel
you,
like
or no, it's just
it's hard for Nikki to get mad at people. In fact, you kind of like when there's like a little bit of tension.
I love a debate. I love a kind of like what that's not what I meant. What did you like? I feel closer to someone after that, but I understand that it makes people nervous sometimes.
Intense.
But please, you two. If I can take anything off your plate, it's that I can promise you for the rest of my life. I can't promise anything for the rest of my life. I'll probably drink again before I will ever be mad at both of you. And I promise. I
clip this.
They might happen simultaneously.
There's just no way I'd ever be mad at you. Even if you fucked up so badly, I would just go, they didn't mean to. Like, I just know in my heart that neither of you would ever do anything purposely to hurt me. So there's like, even if you fuck up, just know that I won't be mad at you because it's a fuck up. Like, just give yourself that. Just at least leave. I don't ever want to be a part of I don't want to ever keep you up at night because you're worried that I might be mad at you because it is literally impossible.
Yeah, no,
so
I don't think that.
But I, it's easier said than done letting that out of your head. But okay, final thought. Couple more Gen Z terms.
Okay, what is Delulu?
Oh, delusional.
Easy.
Oh, she's so
Come
Delulu.
on.
I heard that on F-Boy Island.
That's fun. Delulu's fun.
Delulu's fun. Delulu is definitely
going
like
away.
Not coded enough.
You know what is like a great equivalent to Delulu is just saying like, wow, this is
Oh my God.
Oh my God. The
Celsius
ghost.
Whoa!
A panel just fall off the
It's
wall
my
for
former
anyone
business
listening.
partner I fucked over.
That's Delulu.
That is okay. Yeah, you both are Delulu.
We're Delulu.
Okay, so what was the word?
Okay, so like I would just say like, okay, this is like so detour, but on
There you
Love
go.
Island, the girl
So detour.
So detour.
Yeah,
I love a
love.
sidebar. Love to say sidebar.
Sidebar's good, yeah.
You can't just switch topics mid conversation. You always have to say sidebar. But that's another story.
Like a legal
Okay.
term.
Yeah, but on Love Island, this girl Leah would always be like, "That's crazy," and it like this clip would blow up of her saying "That's crazy." So now everyone will just comment like, "That's all caps crazy."
Okay,
yeah.
well that just seems
No, but it has a new meaning now.
It's different.
Yes.
Crazy now means
something-
crazy.
Yes, like if you say like, wow, this is crazy.
Before it meant mentally ill, and now it just means like.
Yes.
I gotta fight back on this one.
No, it's
but it
not
has
that
to be all caps.
Yeah, so like people would be like, wow, this is actually crazy. Like, and I know that this sounds weird, guys, but I promise it really has a
I know
meaning.
what you mean.
What does it mean?
Delulu.
But we think crazy means something else too. We don't think when we say crazy, we don't mean
That's
mentally ill.
Crazy.
We mean to say it's wild.
Crazy, wild. Like I kind of use
Out of
them
left
all
field.
in a
Yeah.
Right? Like that's, and then
Bipolar.
punctuation. Like if you had a question mark, like I had question marks a lot, but I don't really mean them. Like when you said that about you're like stunning, I'm like, wow, I look stunning.
Well, I use
hello?
question marks because of the people pleasing, where I'm like, it's
It's a way to make things soft.
It is. It's
It softens
softening.
it.
Yeah, like.
And you kind of have that cadence anyway, where you
Yeah,
go, I
I know.
don't know, I'm gonna see a ghost tonight. Like you do, you already. It's kind of like in
always
your
do
tone.
He talks with the question mark.
I have a very strange tone.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Now it's my decision.
Okay, next one. More of them.
Okay, how about FRFR? If someone texts you.
For real.
Good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, Friday.
I know the abbreviations because I have to we all
Yeah.
have to evaluate comments, I think.
Oh, see, I don't.
We
But
learn
yeah,
for real.
Okay.
There's a bunch, but I can't come up with them right now.
Okay.
I know.
Let's do more abbreviations.
How about heme?
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 Will you spell it?
HEEM.
Oh, I
love-
think that's anti-Semitic.
I love heme.
If I'm
That band
honest,
is so good.
I have no idea what that is.
Heme.
Heme.
Can you give it in a context?
That is how an Israeli man would say hi.
Is it like supposed to be like a guy, like heme, like as in refer to a boy?
Okay, well, the sample sentence is the new boy is heme! Exclamation
Oh,
point.
like it is
Oh,
him.
it's him. Yep,
Yeah,
so you got
like.
it.
But then now
Context
say
clues.
heme so that you
Wait,
can't
what do you
figure it
mean?
out.
It is
Like
heme.
who's that? Like
He is him.
hunky guy from Euphoria. He is him.
Heme.
Yeah.
It's like it's heme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, we're just
Like Barry
adding some
Keoghan
letters.
is
No.
not him.
He is not.
Yeah.
That one's not catching
Do you know
on.
he's playing Ringo in the biopic?
Makes perfect
sense.
sense. Barry Keoghan.
Keoghan.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
He's like
Saltburn?
from Banshees
Oh,
of
from Saltburn.
Inisherin.
Okay.
All you gotta say is Saltburn. And
Yeah. Saltburn guy.
Hot tub salt or
Yeah.
bathtub saltburn. Suck up.
The guy, yeah.
Yeah. The other guy in the bathtub is him, right? Isn't Jacob Elordi?
Oh, he is him.
He's so him.
The first time I saw Jacob Elordi, I am a straight father of one, and I literally went,
it's rare that I like stop on Instagram and like zoom and just kind of like what the and he's one that stops me in my tracks.
Him.
Well, who does he date?
FR.
Is it Kaya?
Jacob
no.
Elordi?
Yeah, who does Jacob
He dates Olivia Jade.
Oh, Olivia
Oh,
Jade.
I knew it was a famous person's daughter.
Olivia Jade.
Jade, is she the USC?
She sure is.
Rowing champ. All right. He is him. Is she Sheem one? She is Sheem. Well, I'm starting
I don't-
that.
I don't,
Shame.
well,
They're
heme
both
is a
not
total
good.
package. It's
Okay.
like a better version of something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of fits.
Next up.
Okay. What about KMS?
Kill myself.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay,
use
no one-
KMS quite a
Isn't
lot.
it like an airline?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's an
KMS is
Irish
kill myself.
airline.
I thought we had to say like unalive my like. Wouldn't it be a?
Well, that's for the
UAS?
algorithm.
Yeah,
When
well,
text-
yeah, you like don't, but I don't really say K. I know what it means, but I don't say
No,
that.
it's-
Well,
Okay.
I would send the skull emoji.
Well, what do
in the
you do
casket.
like after you
Yeah,
send
yeah,
like
yeah.
a deadline article like, to your
Yeah,
friend
yeah,
and go, I'm gonna KMS.
Oh yeah.
See, I would send the skull emoji.
What Sean is saying is that when someone in the business who we think gets something that doesn't deserve it, we will send the deadline article to our friends and
Yes.
write "kill myself."
Yes, yes. If in that same scenario you sent a skull emoji, that to me would mean a positive reaction.
Yeah.
Like,
oh
I'm
yeah.
dead.
Absolutely. I'm dead.
I'm dead.
No, guys, no.
No, wait,
I'm
what?
dead in skull means like, or like casket, or like the tombstone.
Oh, see, I would have thought that means like I'm dead. Like this is amazing. Like kill me. I
okay,
can just
again,
be buried.
Depends on the
The
context.
context. Okay.
Like, what if you're like, my
like if
grandma just
I-
died, skull emoji?
Yes.
dark. You're
Yeah.
a dark person. Like that, I would do like if I posted something wrong. Let's say, right, did
Grandma
something wrong.
is
Skull.
It's coffin.
Okay. Can I just
KMS.
really quickly ask about your Aura ring and like what
Yeah.
if what's
You sleep with it?
Yeah, like how
do?
does it work? Like it's a ring that you wear that tracks your
What a sidebar.
like data about
Detour.
sidebar
So
detour.
sidebar.
Yeah.
Not
What?
detour. Sidebar.
The Nikki Glaser
Casket.
podcast is a series of sidebars.
It really is.
It should be called sidebar.
Sidebar with Nikki Glaser.
Wait, that would be
should be
phenomenal.
called that. Oh my god. Name
Sidebar.
change. Okay, sidebar.
Bonus
Aura
episode
ring.
sidebar.
I really like.
Oh yeah, what do you want to know?
I just want to know. Does it work? And like, what does it tell you? And like, why should I get one?
Okay, here's my sales pitch. So I like it because I'm a very anxious person. Like I just run very anxious.
I'm in.
Like our work and what we do, obviously, it's like it's a stressful thing.
Yeah.
Especially for me, like I have to stay. I was at a wedding and she's at the Emmys, and I literally everyone's like, "Don't be on your phone." I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
You know, like that's just my life. So it tells you, like, I'll often feel like really tired, or like at 12 I'll be like, oh, like I have a headache, I'm sleepy, and it will tell you like you had a really unrestful sleep, you were really stressed at the hours of 3 to 6. So if you have a headache at 12 p.m., this is why. And it's not like you're dying and I'm WebMDing like.
Oh, so you will go down you will feel tired and be like, am I dying?
Am I
But then
dying?
your
Did that coffee
data will
poison me?
confirm you should be tired, girl. You should have a
or
headache.
it's like today, don't work out. You slept so poorly that it's gonna hurt you more than help you.
Oh wow.
You
Okay.
can use
Yeah.
that for when
Oh.
gets off a plane.
So
and
it's
goes
like a
Pilates.
doctor on your finger. Like
Yeah,
it's like
no,
a,
it's-
like that.
That would be Sean. You
I
need
need
to get
this.
one.
I need this.
Brian, you need to get one.
And
we
it's an
all
app.
need these.
Granted, it is.
I don't need more data.
Yeah, that's all
I
you
need-
want.
no,
Like, see,
well,
it tells you your
exactly.
stress. It tells you your stress
I need
level.
less data.
Stressed, engaged, relaxed, or restored.
Oh,
right now
wow.
on this podcast, I've been very stressed, apparently.
Oh, but that makes sense because it's like you're
Because it's
on
an app.
air.
It's a
new
and like,
thing.
Yeah.
It's your first
But
podcast.
it tells
Yeah.
you like how stressed you are and your heart rate, your readiness scores. Like today, I'm solid for resilience. Like I
Oh,
could
hell
work
yeah.
out, I could take on the world.
Oh, wait, so it tells you you're resilient. It's like,
Sure
it's,
does.
it's like you got this, girl.
But like when I had COVID, this is how I found out I had COVID.
Wait,
Because my temperature, it was like your body temperature decreased, your
Mm.
your
it's a
respiratory rate
mood ring
decreased.
that works.
Yeah, and I got this one because I feel like if you don't look at it quick, you don't know. Like it looks like I would wear this.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
a
ring
it's
girl.
pretty. Yeah.
But yeah, but it
I'm gonna
is like
get one.
$500.
Okay.
Plus the app you pay for each month.
Oh
Yeah.
my
but
god.
this coupled with a Hatch alarm.
What's a Hatch alarm? Is that the one that lights up?
Yes.
Oh my god, Chris has one and it is so good. You like
Obsessed.
You wake up, you don't think you'll wake up from a light and like birds
do.
chirping and
It's
like
supposed to be like
gentle music.
sunrise.
It really works in this really gentle way and it's not annoying.
No, because it's gradual.
Yeah, it's really really good. Hatch.
And I fall asleep to the like it's like a rainstorm. You can choose it, and it will, 30 minutes it will like gradually.
Is that
red
monthly,
light,
too?
fall asleep. Give it like $5.
Why is it everything monthly? Can't you just buy?
We live in a perfect society.
I mean, why
Yeah.
can't I just buy a thing that does that
Speaking of
permanently?
monthly, Elevate the app.
Yes.
Heard us talking about it.
Hatch, can you do the same, please? I mean, this is
No, we
ridiculous.
can't request it.
Hatch.
No.
Just me then.
That's I think it's against the law to request
Okay.
things.
Hatch, whatever you do,
going
don't
to
send
jail.
us a free
What's it called again?
lifetime membership.
It's
Plugola.
Plugola. Like
There's
you
a law
can't
called
do that.
Plugola?
Well, there's a law against like doing like they have to buy an ad for us to like get a profit from talking about it. So we can't be like we'll like do a back deal.
Yeah.
But I didn't do a back deal with Elevate. I just talked about their app, and so they gave us
And you
and
had it.
I was a little critical of it, and they said they're fixing the bugs that I
Yes.
suggested they
They're
fix.
fixing the
Yay.
bugs.
And they're
Yeah.
giving me, you, and Noah a lifetime subscription
That's
to
right.
Elevate.
Who needs Aura Ring when you have Elevate?
I mean, I don't think they track your heart rate, but I
No.
don't need them to because mine's stable because I have Elevate, and
That's
I know
right.
I'm gonna have I know I'm gonna have a great vocabulary. I'm gonna be smart, and I'm fighting off dementia
Oh
with
my
all the
God.
the puzzles.
Yes, Elevate is great. FR, skull emoji,
Slay.
Delulu. I'm not Delulu about this one.
I really just we'll get into it tomorrow, but I want to draw everyone's attention to a New York Times article that came out today, starring our very own Brian Frangie. It is in the New York Times,
New York Times style
today.
section. I'm trying to find out if it's in print, but
I assume it would be.
yeah, I mean, it's. I asked my friends in New York because we have the LA Times here. It's not as easy to get the New York Times as you would think.
God.
No, you probably have to go to like that newsstand on like,
In Beverly Hills.
Yeah. in
Yeah.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
But what is the title of it? I had it pulled up and now it's gone.
Oh,
Sorry. I'll find it.
Yes.
Here
It's
we go.
Apple picking tips from the guy behind Apple ratings.
Yes,
Apple rankings.
Well,
Yeah,
they said
Apple
ratings, but it's really Apple
it says
rankings.
Brian Frangie. This is the subtitle. Brian Frangie has been pontificating on Apple since 2016. He has a few things to say before you hit the orchards.
That's
It's
right.
a great article by Melissa Guerrero.
Yes. Very nice to talk to.
And this is, I'm guessing they found you from the Bon Appetit article?
They found me from, no, not the Bon Appetit article, from just knowing about me on the internet.
I mean, this is huge because I think before your credits were like been in the Wall Street Journal for it, which is still a big deal. But
Yeah,
now in the last month, it's been Bon Appetit and New York Times.
Well, here's the thing. The Wall Street Journal, I was just referenced as an expert. It wasn't about me. It was actually about these special strawberries that cost $1,000, and I was just referenced in it. So yeah, the Wall Street Journal was like, but now it's Bon Appetit and the New York Times Style section are full profiles.
Yeah.
And there's one more thing that could be happening that I can't say because I don't know if it's going to happen.
You are going to be
Cover.
on the box of apples to apples.
The box of apples to apples is going to have a picture of me giving the thumbs up saying I approve.
Very cool. I don't know how it gets bigger than this.
There's
though.
one more thing that I view as bigger than everything that has happened so far.
Oh my God.
But there's a chance it doesn't happen. So
Okay, well,
Yeah.
this is very exciting. Check out Brian Frangie, and we'll get into this article tomorrow because there's a lot of funny stuff in it that
Sure.
I wanted to highlight. But check that out. Send it to your family members. Get some views on this who enjoy picking apples because there's good tips in here, and it's
being
just
in the
funny.
New York Times style section is one of those things that your parents are like, really?
Wait, so what did your mom text back?
I don't know
Or
yet.
whoever that texted cool last time, what did they text this time? I mean, the chain's got to be popping off about this.
This time I got, that's awesome.
Okay.
A little better.
It's a little better.
A little better, yeah.
Is this the first thing you've had in common with Mark Jacobs in your life?
What do you mean?
Being, profiled
Oh,
in
in
the
the new
stock.
style section.
That's right.
It really is exciting.
Yeah.
How long have you known this is coming about? When did they interview you?
Yesterday. No, this was a quick turnaround.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
The reporter was even like, yeah, this is coming out tomorrow, so we got to move here.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
This is a
you.
really big deal, and you were really funny in it. You had like multiple great lines. Like I could just see anyone who's reading this being like, I want to know more about this guy.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. So check that out. We're very proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sean, thank you for being here. It was so much fun.
Honestly, it's a joy of a lifetime.
You're one of the greatest. Emily, amazing first podcast
Thank you,
appearance.
everyone.
Such a
Thank
natural.
you.
Your aura ring does not even, I hope that your stress is just,
It just comes-
plummeting now because you killed it. And period. And Noah, thank you so much. Thank you to the listeners. Hey, we've been very blessed that we are doing so well in this podcast because you guys are listening, that we're selling lots of ads. So that means that we're taping more episodes to get those ads to you. And that is why you will get a third episode this week when we usually just bring you 2. So another week of 3 episodes coming at you. 1 more tomorrow. We'll see you then. Don't be cut. Bye.